Welcome to Top Viral, the only YouTube channel where you get the latest reviews and content. In today's video we would be showing you the best Samsung phone, the top Samsung smartphones of 2020, ranked. If you're going Samsung for your next handset, you want to know how to choose the best Samsung phone. Before we start today's video, we would appreciate it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell for more updates on our latest contents. This action wouldn't take you more than 10 seconds. Hoping you've done that, let's dive straight into today's video of the top best Samsung phones for 2020. Please make sure you have your popcorn with you to enjoy it better. 9. Samsung Galaxy A80. Samsung's mid-range phones continue to get better and better. With the Galaxy A80 a case in point, you get some very decent specs, a decent camera, and all for significantly less than you would have to shell out for something like the Galaxy S20 or the Galaxy Note 10. The most eye-catching feature on the Galaxy A80 is the rotating camera. You slide up the back of the phone, and the rear camera spins around to become the front-facing one. It's a neat party trick if nothing else, and means your selfies are going to look as good as your other snaps. Elsewhere, the screen is as good as we've come to expect from Samsung, and the 3700 mAh of battery power should be enough to get you through the whole day and then some. Definitely worth considering as one of the best Samsung Galaxy phones of 2020 if you're limited in how much you can spend. 8. Samsung Galaxy A95G. The Samsung A95G is the cheapest way to get 5G connectivity on a Samsung phone, and one of the cheapest ways to get 5G connectivity full stop. Sure, it makes some compromises to get to a lower price point, no waterproofing, no wireless charging, but you might well consider the trade-offs to be worth it. It's not exactly a budget phone either, but you do get that 5G and a top-of-the-range Snapdragon 855 processor here for your money. The 6.7-inch screen looks the part too, and the triple-lens camera on the back is not to be sneezed at either. One of the best mid-range Samsung phones. With 5G now appearing in more parts of the country, it might be wise to make your next smartphone purchase one that's future-proofed. The coverage is only going to get better over time, and those download and upload speeds really have to be seen to be believed. 7. Samsung Galaxy A51. If you're shopping down at the budget end of the market and are still interested in a smartphone, then we reckon the Galaxy A51 is one of the best options you can go for right now. Shop around, and you should be able to pick this phone up for not very much at all. Of course, you can't expect flagship level specs at these lower price points, but the phone won't let you down in the performance, camera or battery departments, and it's also a really nicely designed phone. That 6.5-inch screen is one of the standouts. For example, the phone comes rocking Android 10 and the latest One UI updates from Samsung, so in terms of software, it can do just about everything that the more expensive flagship Galaxy phones can do as well. What you don't get are some of the extras like wireless charging and full waterproofing. 6. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. The Galaxy Z Flip is going to really appeal to some people, and really put other people off. It all depends what you think of that foldable hinge in the middle, which makes the Galaxy Z Flip an innovative phone in 2020 at the very least. It's still early days for the handset, so we're hoping that it stands the test of time and that the hinge is truly durable. Samsung hasn't skimped too much on specs here either. The Galaxy Z Flip comes with the Snapdragon 855 Plus chipset and 8GB of RAM, which should really be plenty for all the mobile phone tasks you want to do. It also has a few software tricks up its sleeve, with the ability to split the screen in half, top to bottom, if needed. The foldable Galaxy Z Flip is undoubtedly a cool piece of technology, but is it worth the admittedly high asking price? That all depends on whether you want something that's practical or attention-grabbing. Still, we have to give Samsung high marks for persisting in trying to make the foldable phone market a viable proposition. 5. Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. We have the Galaxy S20 phones now of course, but a year on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus remains an attractive proposition. It offers stunning build quality, a superb 6.4-inch display, a high-capacity battery, and a triple-lens rear camera that's going to get you great shots every time. The only reason you wouldn't want to get the S10 Plus is if you don't like large screens or if you want to splash out on the S20. Otherwise, this is definitely one of the best Samsung phones on the market in 2020, especially as prices start to drop in the wake of the S20 launch. Unwrap and unbox the Galaxy S10 Plus and you certainly won't be disappointed with the look and finish of the phone. It's still going to last you a good few years, and is still going to turn a few heads whenever you pull it out. 4. Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus remains a great phone even in the wake of the S20 launch. It comes with the S Pen accessory, and that huge 6.8-inch screen, and those high-speed internal specs, and there's even a 5G version if you really want to push the boat out. It's a monster of a phone. The phone simply oozes quality when you hold it in your hand, and this is a device that's going to last you many a year, if you've got the pockets or the bags to be able to cope with it. Up to 12 GB of RAM and up to 1.5 TB of storage space, with a micro SD card, it's smartphone royalty and then some. Of course this doesn't come cheap, and not everyone wants such a huge screen, or a stylus, or such a big dent in their finances. If there's a complaint about the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, it's that it's just too much phone to handle, and probably overkill for everyday tasks like checking email or browsing social media. 3. The best budget Samsung phone, Samsung Galaxy S10e. The Samsung Galaxy S10e sits above some very big hitters in our list, and that's because it's still a very appealing package more than a year after its launch. For less money than the phones at the very top of our recommendations, you still get a snappy top-end processor inside and the slick Samsung software on board as well. The dual-lens rear camera isn't quite as good as some others, and of course the 5.8-inch screen is smaller, but you might well see that as a positive not a negative. There aren't that many Galaxy phones with screens under 6 inches in size anymore, and this is one of the best. While the price isn't rock-bottom budget, we think it's the best bang-for-buck phone in the Samsung Galaxy range at the moment, and it doesn't compromise too much in terms of internal specs, camera quality or features. If you've got smaller pockets or hands, or you want to save some money on your upgrade, the S10e is well worth a look. 2. The best premium Samsung phone, Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. We've certainly been impressed with what Samsung had to show off in its Unpacked 2020 event, and the Galaxy S20 Ultra is simply the best handset that the manufacturer has ever rolled out. It's packed with power and functionality, and has quite an incredible camera that can reach up to 100x digital zoom. The 6.9-inch display is a gorgeous one, and shows off everything from movies to photos with real punch. Add to that the hefty amounts of RAM and internal storage space that you can get fitted here, and the Galaxy S20 Ultra really catches the eye, as well as costing a serious amount of money of course. It's the rear camera that's really the star of the show, a quad-lens model with a main sensor that goes all the way up to 108 megapixels. Your photos won't come out that size, but all those extra pixels mean high-quality photographs in just about every situation, including low light. The best Samsung phone. 1. The best Samsung phone for most people, Samsung Galaxy S20. Of the 3 flagship S20 phones that Samsung has unveiled in 2020, we reckon the standard S20 phone is the second best of the bunch when you weigh up specs against price. The extras you get with the S20 Plus aren't really worth the extra price for us, though your opinion may vary. This is also the phone to go for if you're after the smallest Samsung Galaxy S20 phone, even though the screen is still a substantial 6.4 inches in size. Under the hood, like the other S20 models, you've got the very capable Snapdragon 865 or Exynos 990 CPU, depending on your region, running the show. Okay, the phone's main camera isn't quite up to the level of the S20 Plus or the S20 Ultra, but we don't think you're going to notice too much, and the Galaxy S20 is still capable of taking some tremendous shots, and recording in 8K video, like the other models. Absolutely worth a spot on our best Samsung phone list.